Which animal are you feeding? Think about it. Get ready. I just gave a speech about this. I am obsessed with this topic. Think about it. Which animal are you feeding? We all have two animals inside of us. Two animals. We have the lion and we have the sloth. It's true. Wait till I start getting into this. We have the lion. It's that part of us that just attacks life. Wakes up every morning, alarm goes off, and you just can't wait to get after that first challenge. You go after your dreams. The lion attacks their dreams. The lion has courage. The lion maybe has some fear, but they do it anyways. Courage doesn't mean fearless. Courage means fear, but you do it anyways. That is courage. The lion has courage. The lion stays ready to pounce. The lion keeps their bodies in shape so that way when the time comes, they can get after their prey. The sloth, as I did some research, I did research on laziest animal in the animal kingdom, slowest animal in the animal kingdom. And almost every article will tell you number one is the sloth. I don't have anything against the sloth. The sloth looks kind of cute to me. But in this analogy, think about the part of you that is the sloth. The part of you that wakes up but hits the snooze button once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The snooze, whoever invented the snooze, I just want to boom. For you not watching on video, I just punched the video screen. Anyways, sloth ranked number 1 lazy animal. Think about your life. Think about your life today. Think about what you did today. What parts of your day were you a sloth? By the way, a sloth sleeps 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day. For anybody right now thinking, wow, that would be sweet to sleep that long, you might just want to shut off this podcast right now because actually leave it on because we got some work to do. I want you to be so excited to be awake that you're not thinking about trying to get 10 plus hours of sleep. By the way, I'm all for sleep. I think sleeping 7.5 to 8 hours a night can completely change your life, change your energy, change your attitude, etc. So I love, big advocate of sleeping, but not 20 hours a day. A sloth moves slow. Think about the last time you tried to get a workout in and you just kept saying to yourself over and over again, it's just one of those workouts. I don't have it today. I'm just kind of going to go through the motions. I mean, at least I'm here. At least I'm moving a little bit, right? The sloth has no motivation. The sloth does not attack anything. The sloth does not go all in on anything. That part of your mind, the part of you that is the sloth, goes half in on things, goes half in on a relationship, half in on their job, half in on an event they're going to. They're never fully present. They're never fully in that moment and just going after it that day. I ask you again, which animal are you feeding? Are you feeding the lion inside of you? Are you feeding the sloth? The powerful lion or the scared sloth? Which are you feeding? It's easy to scroll social media for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours a day and watch TV while you're doing it. That's what the sloth does. That's what the sloth inside of all of us, that's what it does. And while we're doing it, it says, oh, this is okay. You deserve 3.5 hours on social media, right? That's the sloth mindset. What's the problem with that? The problem is you were built for so much more than that. There is so much more inside of you. And why live at 10 or 20% of your potential when you can get after it and live at 95 to 100% of your potential? One of the things that scares me the most about this lion and sloth mentality is later on in my life, I die, I go to heaven, and the good Lord looks me straight in the eye and says, well, Matt, you did a good job. You did a good job. You reached about 29% of your potential. That scares the living hell out of me. That motivates me every day. That motivates me to get my lion mentality and get after it. It starts with the morning. It starts the second your alarm goes off. Think about this. Tomorrow morning, your alarm goes off. Think about this podcast. Are you going to wake up like a lion? Are you going to wake up and start getting a sweat in? Are you going to get your workout in? You going to go run outside even when it's 34 degrees out? Or are you going to curl up into a ball and roll over and set your alarm for 45 minutes further in the future because you know today you can skip your workout? Lion skips the workout. The lion dies because it doesn't get food that day. You have the lion inside of you that's begging to come out. It starts tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, when you hear that alarm, you think lion mentality. I want you to crush that sloth out of your body forever. Begin to feed that lion mentality and get after it the second you wake up in the morning. You have this potential inside of you. Let's pull it out by focusing on the lion and getting rid of the sloth. Think about the different habits that you do every day. That's one or the other. If you're filling your mind with podcasts, with audiobooks that are growth, with a growth mentality, with motivation, with inspiration, you're feeding the lion. That's the difficult stuff, but that's where all the growth is. Even if you're ready to work out and you go down, you say, okay, you have a goal to do 10 push-ups and you do 6 and you say, that was good enough. That's the sloth mentality. The lion does 12. The lion does 12, and then that 13th, you're shaking and you look like you're crazy trying to get 13, then you fall. That's what the lion does. The lion goes until failure. The sloth quits. The sloth quits. When you're 91 years old, you're sitting in that rocking chair, you want to look back and go, I lived 81% of my life as a sloth. I lived to 30% of my potential. Even 50% of my potential. Nobody wants that. Wake up with the lion mentality inside of you and attack the day from the get-go. And this begins the process. Once you start killing the sloth and feeding the lion, you're not going to want to go back. There's no way you want to go back. I think about working out all the time, and the workouts that I love the most are the ones where you have the earbuds in or you're pumping some music and you're right. And you have that moment where you're thinking, why do I ever do this to myself? And then when you finish the workout, it's like you could conquer the world. Or if you're somebody that's a runner, think about the first 5K you did, or your 10K or half marathon, full marathon, first ultra marathon. I would bet you after you overcame that, and maybe you thought for a few moments that you were not going to get to the finish line. But when you did you not feel like that lion mentality? I bet you got to the finish line. And if I said to you, now you got to give a speech in front of 1,000 people and you were scared of speaking, you'd probably be like, let's go. I just ran a half marathon. I just ran a 10K. I just ran a full marathon. Give me the mic. Let's go. That's because you're feeding the lion. Yes, there's going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be setbacks. But you can even use this exact idea when that happens. When that setback happens, think about it. What's the lion going to do in that situation? Is the lion going to just curl up into a ball and give up all hope and say, it's over? You already know the answer to that. That's what the sloth does. Lion versus sloth mentality. My challenge to you is this. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, think about this podcast episode. Wake up like that lion. Come up with a game plan. What are you going to do when the alarm goes off tomorrow morning? A lot of people don't do anything because there is no plan. They know they can sleep in for another 38 minutes, so they do it. Are you going to work out in the morning? Are you going to start reading that book on personal growth? Are you going to meditate? Are you going to pray? Are you going to look yourself in the mirror and say, come on, you can do this. I can do this. I am capable. I am enough. Are you going to give yourself a pep talk? What are you going to do to wake up that lion inside of you? I can't wait to hear what you do, because I think this mentality, the two differences are going to, in this episode, is going to help you focus on which one you're feeding. And after you hit stop from this, you're going to start feeding that lion mentality. I challenge you on social media. Once you start doing this, reach out to me, post and tag me in it so I can see what you did that proves that you're opening up that lion inside of you that I know is in there. We just got to pull it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Lion versus sloth. Which one are you feeding? It starts right now. Lion mentality. Let's go.